Hi, this is Vishan Borich from Team Tough, and we're back again with day 9 from zero to hero with a Go Pro Hero 4. And today I'm going to share with you how to set up some default settings on your GoPro to make it even easier to use. I'm going to show you the settings that I recommend, and you can obviously change that to whatever settings that you'd like, but I'll show you what I'm doing lately, and perhaps you'd like to copy that for a bit until you get used to your GoPro. So here we go. I'm going to flip it around. All right, so when you first turn your GoPro Hero 4 on, the default settings from the manufacturer are to have it on video camera. Now, you may not shoot a lot of video. Maybe you would like to shoot photos more often and not have to flip it every time you turn your camera on. Or if you're like me, perhaps you'd like to shoot video and have it shoot photos in between time, which is one of the features I spoke of in one of my other blogs. So this is what I'm going to show you how I set it up. So you want to come in here and you want to flip the little slider and go to setup. And then in the setup, you can scroll down here until you get to the default mode. You click on default mode, and right now you see it's on video. I'm going to change that, and I want it to be on video. Let's leave it there. I'm going to change the sub mode to video and photo. Okay, and then I go back and exit out of there. Okay, so now if I turn off my GoPro and then turn it back on, a second here. So if you look in the upper corner, now it's automatically set so that as I shoot video, it's going to take photos in between that. You could also change it, like if you don't want to do a lot of video, you could change it in the setup under, again, default mode. You could change it so that the first mode is not video, but rather photo. And you can also change it so that if it's single photos, maybe you wanted to shoot continuous photos. If you're doing a lot of sports photography and action photography, that would be a good one to set it to. So that's just another option that you might have. Okay, so let me show you the next feature. The next one is if once you have, let me go back here too. I'm just clicking the front button because I want to get it back to my video and photo. Once you have it here, you can click on the side button, this little button here, and it'll take you to more detailed settings for your video. If you had it on the camera setting, and when you click the side button, it would take you to more detailed settings for the camera mode. So right here, I've got it on video and photo. This interval is set up by default every 5 seconds while I'm shooting video to shoot photos. The resolution is at 1080. If I wanted a higher resolution, I could click on that, and by default, the highest that this camera will go to is 1440. Or if I'm just going to use these on the web a lot, I may want to actually reduce the resolution to 720. And so these are some additional defaults that you can use. Frames per second is 30. You do have the option to go lower at 24 if you wanted to. I'm just going to leave it at 30. The field of view, I like to leave it at wide. That's one of the benefits of the GoPro, but you could make it a little less of a wide angle lens. You could make it a medium range or narrow, and you may just experiment with that and see which you like best. Whatever you set it to, that's going to be your default going forward. The low light, this is a really good one to have on. I leave mine on because it doesn't have a flash. So I do want to capture as much light as possible. And I'm not using the spot meter right now, but that is something that you could do so that it could automatically detect, what type of lighting condition that you have there. So those are the basic ones that I set up and how you can get to your defaults. And this should really help you in your speed of use so that you don't have to always go to settings every time you turn on your camera. I hope you're finding these tips helpful, and I will continue posting new things as I learn them in regards to the GoPro. So be sure to check my blog. You'll see the link for that on the next frame. And with that, have a wonderful day. We'll see you on the other side.